Stuart Smith.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. Well, with all the announcement of the infrastructure package on the weekend to focus on the 5 high-growth areas in Queenstown, Christchurch, Tauranga, Hamilton and Auckland, it would be easy to think that that's the only place growth is going on, and that's not the case, Mr Speaker. With 40,000 construction jobs more now than 2 years ago, there is a boom going on in the building sector. And in my own electorate, Mr Speaker, house prices are up 9.3% on a year ago, and the average house price of $375,000. Yet, even so, given low interest rates and other packages like Home Start, houses are just as affordable at least as they were 25 years ago. However, Mr Speaker, in my region, with the council operates as the regulator as well as the developer of property, it has been left itself open for complaints from developers that it is the poacher and the gamekeeper and dribbling sections onto the market to maximise its return. Whatever the case, Mr Speaker, there is real capacity constraints being built up in my region. Section sales are up 900% on last year, and building supplies sales are up 40%, which is significant in a market the size of Marlborough. Mr Speaker, the wine industry recently came out with a labour market survey projecting out to 2020 a 29% increase in the area planted in grapes, and that was along the lines to point out that they would need 2,000 more jobs by 2020. In a population of 45,000 people, that's almost 5% of the population of the region. So a significant amount of growth is required in that area in housing. 189 houses, it's estimated, to start for permanent staff in vineyards alone. That's not counting what will be required in the wine processing and in the multiplier effect with the associated industries. In addition to that, there'll be 442 beds for casual staff, as well as, Mr Speaker, 600 RSE-approved beds required. All of this in a constrained market. So, Mr Speaker, I took the position of getting the wine industry, the Mayor and Council and myself together to have a bit of a discussion about how we might meet that challenge of getting enough houses being constructed in the time allowed. 4 years will roll by pretty quickly. I think what has happened in Marlborough is likely what's happened in a lot of councils around, where councils have almost sleepwalked their way through this, expecting that the problem will solve itself. When we looked at the number of sections that were available, when on a cursory glance you've got a huge number of sections, but when you drill down into it, in fact, a lot of those sections don't have the infrastructure in place and won't have for some time. In some cases, some of the council's assessments, and it's not unique to Marlborough, it's around the country, they're counting houses or potential section sites which are in a large house and section that the person may be unwilling to sell and subdivide. So, well, it's certainly an issue in Marlborough, and it is in other places. So what to do about that? Well, we are already running up against construction constraints in Marlborough, as well as builders not being able to get to jobs in a timely manner. One developer wants to build an office and a show home on his latest development and can't get anything started till next year. You also have the earthworks contractors which are running right to the limit and are running behind schedule because they simply don't have the staff to deal with the jobs in front of them. This is a positive problem. It's fantastic for New Zealand. We're really going to make a lot of difference, I think, with the infrastructure package. That gives the councils an opportunity to get ahead of the game rather than following all the time and getting further and further behind. So just to round out, Mr Speaker, I'm proud to be part of a government that's got a plan to deal with the events in front of it. People are voting with their feet and coming back to New Zealand because of the positive outlook for our economy and for jobs, and I'm really pleased to be a part of that. Thank you.
Grant.